In this video, we have a lot going on. We're going to be using the Angora soaps, Olympos, Double Duck for a straight razor shave. We got giveaway announcements. Stay with me. Hey there, folks. Welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, we have a lot to do today, so stay with me. We got giveaway announcements. We got tag challenges to complete, all sorts of stuff. But first, let's talk about the soap. Angora soaps out of Virginia. This is Olympos. And we'll put the scent notes for you right there. Good scent strength on this. To me, this is in the high scent strength realm as far as I'm concerned. It is a really bright scent. You definitely get the neroli, jasmine, lemon. There's one little element in this soap that puts it sort of out of my wheelhouse in terms of loving it. I do like it. I don't love it. I think it's the white flowers that just puts it slightly out of my wheelhouse, but it is a nice scent, and we're going to be giving this away along with Captain's Choice Italia aftershave. Anyway, we'll get to that later, so stay tuned for that. Really good price on this soap. $16 for 4.5 ounces or $3.55 on our cost chart, which is a good price. This is a tallow-based soap. I've used probably 5 of these Angora soaps now. Good quality, good price. You can definitely check out Angora, and in my view, buy with confidence because it is a good quality soap. Okay, let's set that aside. The razor today shall be the Double Duck with an edge I put on here. This is the Suhiro 20K edge. It's a good edge. I've used it before. I really like it a lot. And we're going to complete the challenge today issued by Frank Stromberg from Wet Shaving and Stuff to use only one hand for the straight razor shave. Now, I am a two-handed straight razor shaver, and for me, 2 hands feels very natural. One hand will not, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Frank, for issuing that challenge. I, of course, accept. Okay, let's start lathering, and then we'll talk about some other things because we have a lot to get into today. 24 hours of growth, which you see right there. This is just plain water. And I remind you, links for the products I'm using will be below. So check those out if you please. We have a good lather. I hope you can see that in our Captain's Choice bowl. Brush, AP Shapeco White Wizard 30 millimeter cashmere knot. Love the cashmere knot. And as you can see, nice sheen, or at least I hope you can. Again, I am almost positive that the camera software, and of course I'm just using my phone, there's software in that sort of enhances video and pictures, and it knocks back the sheen on the soap, so you can't see it as well as I can. But just rest assured when I tell you there's a good sheen on that lather, there's good hydration in it, which is having that good hydration lends itself to the best possible slickness. If you don't have good hydration in your soap, it will not be as slick. It will not reach its full potential of slickness. So I used to, and listen, I'm speaking from experience because I used to lather on the pasty side prior to using straight razors regularly beginning last year. And when I started using straight razors regularly, I realized that my lather would start drying out on me by the time I got to the other side of my face. And that is just not ideal. Yes, you can make it work. If you have good technique, you can do just about anything you want with a razor. You know, let's be honest. But if you're relatively new, like I am, I've only been straight razor shaving regularly for a year, regularly, because I did straight razor shave back in 2013, 2014, a little bit, but regularly for a year. So if you're new, you can use all the help you can get, and that slickness will help you. It will definitely help you. Okay, let's dry off our hands, and we'll get into this first pass with our Double Duck, which is a magnificent razor. Really great. And today we're going to be using, man, that edge is nice. Woo-wee. This is probably the best edge that I ever put on a razor. It is very nice. It just cuts so nicely. And I have been told that Double Ducks just take a really nice edge. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I've been told. I've been told the steel really lends itself to taking a nice edge, and they often set flat on the stones and so on and so forth. I mean, I don't know. It's just what I hear, but I can tell you this is a really nice edge that feels great. So, giveaway information. Let's talk about who won the previous Angora soap. and I'll put it on the screen for you. First, I'll put the sort of requirements there, or the way I put it in the giveaway. We'll pop that up on the screen for you right now, right there. And there were, I don't remember how many entries, but it's on the screenshot. And the winner of the Angora and Captain's Choice previous giveaway is JT, or as I know him, or used to know him, Joseph. So Joseph, congrats. Email me, cdb@iamcdb.com. Now this is quite awkward for me, because normally I would be using my left hand for that side, and that is very, very awkward. Very awkward. I might have to turn the razor around a little bit, and this is a wrinkle with using one hand. Believe me, even though you think it's really difficult to use your non-dominant hand, if you get used to using it, it will feel comfortable. This does not feel this does not feel comfortable at all. It would feel much more comfortable to put it in my left hand, but I'm going to try to continue with my right. And the problem is for me, I'm reaching across like this. Can I do it? Yes, probably. But that does not feel natural at all. So whatever you do is what you do. If you get in the habit of doing something, even though the left hand is I don't have as much dexterity, it feels normal for me to use the left hand on that side. It does not feel normal for me to use the right. And so this is quite awkward for me. But we'll see if we can do it. I had to be careful, not talking as much. And the reaching across is what's difficult. I could probably position the razor differently and maybe achieve a little easier result, but I think this is the most difficult part too, using one hand, that downward stroke. I think it might be a little bit easier as I'm going, but I'm telling you right now, this does not feel natural at all. Just because I'm not used to doing it, and I'm used to using my left hand here. You can hear that cutting, and I'm having trouble getting close with the heel there, as close as I would like. All right, well, we're just gonna have to we'll have to call that one a pass. Okay, let's announce the new giveaway. So the new giveaway, of course, is for the Angora Olympos, which I'm using right now. Good quality soap, I really like it. And the Italia by Captain's Choice. And this time, to enter, all you have to do is hashtag these two things below. Olympos, just like it's spelled, and Italia, just like it's spelled. Put both of those in there, and I will randomly drop the winner in a video upcoming. So good luck to you all, kicking off the new giveaway. As I told you before, my 5K for the second time giveaways are over, but the giveaways will not stop. I'm still going to be putting them in there, so it's just my thank you to you. And of course, Angora sent this soap to me to evaluate. And so that's what I do. So one of the questions that sometimes I forget to ask, but when I evaluate a product, I always ask, would I buy it with my own money? On this one, the scent would be out of my wheelhouse. And again, I think it's the white flowers that put it just a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but it is a good, pleasant scent. It's a like, but not love. I need a love in order to keep or to buy. But I think many people are going to like this scent because it is very bright. It is quite stout, and the soap quality is good. So we always call it like we see it here. And this is probably not one that personally I would not buy based on the scent, because it's just ever so slightly out of my wheelhouse. But I think a lot of people will enjoy this, and it brings it. The scent is quite stout indeed, and the quality, I hope you can see that. It's good quality, no quality issues at all. Very, very nice. All right, boy, that first pass was a struggle. And what I really needed to do, and this would be my advice to you, is take a shavette without a blade and just practice and figure out how I'm going to orient the razor. however you do things is the way you do things. So if you do something bad, let's say you learned to straight razor shave with poor technique, that's going to become natural for you. So my advice is, if you want to use two hands, and for me it's easier, start out by using those two hands, from the get-go. And so let's see how we do now. Starting on the right side here, and this is my problem here is it's just going to feel awkward no matter what I do. So let's just go with it. I'm so used to reaching across and using right hand for this side and left hand for this side. That feels normal. This does not at all. Not even close. It can be done. Now, one of the things I was doing right there, trying to hold, and I was hitting the scales because I'm just not used to doing this. And again, this is why, if you can learn to do something using a good technique, it's far more beneficial than just doing it any old kind of way, because once you develop bad habits, they're bad habits. And I'm not saying I'm not saying one-handed shaving is a bad way of doing it, because Matty Lindholm uses one hand, he does it beautifully. But for me, it feels incredibly, incredibly awkward and nothing resembling normal. And so what I'm trying to do is avoid hitting that scale with the hand below me. And boy, I tell you what, it feels so awkward. I'm having trouble, I'm not gonna lie. I'm having trouble because I'm trying to figure out where the angle is. I'm just not used to using my one hand. And basically it's like learning all over again on this side of my face. It is not remotely easy for me. So my hat's off to those people who use one hand. On this side, it's going to feel great because I'm used to going across my body. So this is going to feel completely natural to me right here, using my right hand. This feels great. I do this all the time. Second nature now. See how much more comfortable that looks? I hope, it's coming across. That is much more natural for me. Boy, I honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be as awkward as it is, to use my right hand on both sides. For me, shaving with both hands, it's just, even though my left hand has far less dexterity, it is orders of magnitude easier for me because that's the way I do it. And now this feels fantastic because this is the way I do it. Right hand on this side of my face. Feels great. So the reason I bring up bad habits, because if you develop bad habits and you do it regularly, that will feel normal. So breaking yourself of that will be difficult. So try to learn using the best possible form if you can. And that will feel normal, because this has been a good challenge for me, because it doesn't, this side of my face with my right hand is really difficult. And so thank you, Frank. This has been an entertaining shave, but I want to mention, this is not the way I would normally shave. For those of you watching, going, he doesn't know what the heck he's doing. Well, I normally don't shave with my right hand exclusively. It's hard, and I really want to use my left hand. And I know a lot of you think that's counterintuitive because you're right-handed and you don't have great dexterity with your left. But once you get used to using your left for one side of your face, it feels very comfortable and normal, and you will develop trust in that hand. I know you think you won't, but if you do it from the get-go, you will develop trust in your non-dominant hand, whether you be right or left. Whichever hand is non-dominant, if you have a steady diet of using it, you will begin to trust it and develop, that it'll just feel right. And today's shave does not, the soap is performing great. So no problems whatsoever with the soap. But I must admit, this is more difficult than I thought it would be, because now, if you're already using one hand only, it's going to feel perfectly fine. So for you people, challenge yourself with using the other hand. So I'm going to tag some people right now. Use only one hand, and if you do only use one hand, use two. So I'm tagging, who am I tagging? Wrote it down. Marion the Barbarian, our good friend, and the Stallion. I'm tagging you two to use only one hand. Do not use the other hand, can't use the other hand at all in your strokes. And so, see how that feels. Okay, here we go. Angora, good quality soap. Like I said before, good price, and don't forget the giveaway. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate you, I should say, for coming back and watching. I know people have really been enjoying the top lists, and I just made one yesterday, 11 safety razors for life. You know, basically if I could only choose 11. And the reason I chose 11 is because people can't limit themselves. If you say 5, they won't pick 5. They'll pick 12 and then call it 5. And so we made 11 spots with specific categories. I'll pop that video up here if you have not seen it. Okay. Continuing on with our right hand, which again for me is very difficult. It doesn't feel remotely normal in any way, shape, form, or fashion. My hope is that I can make it through the shave relatively unscathed. It won't be the closest shave I've ever had on this side, I'm sure. The one thing I'm having trouble with is when I'm putting my hand under stretch, I'm almost hitting these scales, and you just don't want to do that. I could come over and stretch that way, of course. Could do that a little bit. All right. We've got the upstroke there. That's very awkward. Very, very awkward. So thank you, Frank, for tagging me. I've learned something today. I appreciate my other hand. So to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to go inside out. I normally don't go inside out, so it's a little bit different. A lot of people do go from the inside of their face towards the ear. I go from the ear in towards the nose. It's a little bit different. It's working, but man, oh man. Also, your vision and what you see is different depending on which hand you're using and where it is. So it's not only just the razor feeling awkward in terms of how you're holding it, it's the vision and the way you see things. All right, we're going a little bit long, so I'm going to pick up the pace here because now I'm on my cross. I'm going to crossbody, and this does feel natural to me, so no problems here. And here I will do my normal strokes, which is to go from the outside towards the ear, inside. And this feels very normal for me. No problem at all. All right, we're just about finished. Just a little cleanup here, getting the rest of that lather there. That feels great because I'm used to doing it. But boy, the other way, that was tough. I'm not gonna lie. That was very tough. Okay, so we've learned something today. I appreciate using both hands a lot. Thank you, Frank. That was interesting. Okay, let me rinse. We'll come back, get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back and off cam. We did a warm water rinse, followed that with the alum, almost no stinging, so nice, smooth shave. Followed that with a cold water rinse, toweled off with our Lancaster towel, and then applied the Magic Made by Witches Thayer's Witch Hazel. I gotta tell you, that was more difficult than I expected. Using only my right hand, it was difficult. So please appreciate the use of both hands. I highly encourage you, if you're starting out straight razor shaving, use both hands from the get-go if you intend to, and it will feel very natural. Because for me, using one hand was really difficult. So thank you, Frank, for that tag. And again, the Stallion and Marion, you are tagged. The Angora soaps, this is Olympos. The scent is a little out of my wheelhouse. I think it's that white flowers, but strong scent, bright scent. I think most people will like this, and the quality, very good. So thank you, Angora. And again, don't forget the giveaway on this. We used our AP Shave Co. White Wizard brush, Captain's Choice bowl, finishing up today with the Captain's Choice Italia. And this smells sort of like Cella, an almond sort of scent. And this will be up for giveaway along with the Angora. Thank you, Captain's Choice. And most importantly, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.